Hey my fellow Avengers, thanks for tuning into this video. I didn't actually want to make this one, but I have to, seeing as I compared Marvel's Avengers to Division 2. I should not have done that. I should have waited until I finished the main story campaign or whatever you want to call it. I should have finished that first before I started making comparisons about what this game is and what is not. This game is not like the Division 2. That's actually a game I'm still playing at least every second or third day for a few hours. A year and a half after its initial release. Avengers is not that game. So, okay, I'll first go through some of the good parts before I go into all the bad or on the reasons why I'm not playing this game as much as I thought I would, or what Crystal Dynamics thinks I should be playing it, or the hours they think this game is worth dumping into. So, when it comes to objectives, right, I can tell you there are many quite many things to do. I mean, with your weekly challenges and all that, there is a lot to do. But the real question here is, do you actually want to do it? Will you be motivated? Will you have enough fun to be able to want to do those objectives and complete the challenges? Do you actually want to do it? That's actually the big question. Do you want to do it? Um, for me, the answer is no. I don't actually want to do that. You can see I'm still on power level 63. I think the maximum is on 160 or 165, whatever the case may be. I don't even know what the maximum is. I don't think I'll ever get there really, or it might take me a few months to do it because I'm not really, at this point in time, I'm not inspired to play this game. I'm not inspired to do it. I'll get to that in a second. Skills wise, what the game actually does or does actually offer, it offers a lot when it comes to the skills you can use. Your heroic, and your mastery, and your primary, all that stuff. So there's a lot to unlock. But the thing is, you can see here the efforts I've put into this game. There's a lot that you can actually unlock that will make your character fight a whole lot better, make the combat better and all that. But the thing is, the question again with saying the same with the objectives: do I actually want to do it? Because you don't actually need to. You can just bash square and triangle the whole time. You don't actually even need to use all the fancy abilities you have here and all the dodges, the parrying, the shield blocks, or whatever the case may be. You don't actually need to use all of that. You don't need to use all these skills, but they are in the game. So I don't know why they are here. Maybe Crystal Dynamics knows something that we don't about why they put all this stuff in here. You don't actually need to do it to upgrade any of this to be able to play the game. The other problem here is the gear. Okay, I don't have a problem with the gear necessarily. I mean, you have to pay a bit of attention onto what you can make the combat easier for yourself if you select your heroes and you equip them with a different status effect things you have. There's six of them. I've already covered all of that, so you can find it. There's gamma, plasma, and the other four things. So if you have a good mix of them, you can actually make the combat a bit simpler for yourself. Can make it a little bit more fun. You can shake it up a little bit. But the what I actually would have liked is that these four pieces of gear, it should maybe have had some kind of visual modification to what your character looks like, a character model. It could have added something to your helmet. It could have made your chest piece look a bit cooler and all that. So that was a bit of a letdown. Not the gear itself necessarily. I mean, you can see I'm nowhere near the maximum, and I don't know when I'm gonna get there really, because like I said, I'm not inspired to play the game. Cosmetics that you get from the challenge card over here, which is a battle pass per character, they actually look they look very bland. They look, I don't want to use bad words for being flagged or anything, but you can think of all the words that I have. I mean, these things do not look worthy of Captain America at all, really. I mean, just look at this for example. Would you picture Cap in a movie looking like this? Or wearing this? It's just basically a different color of the same skin you have here. It's basically just a different color. It's just made it white. You can see here it's almost basically all the duplicates of the same thing. Test subject, countermeasure. They more or less all look the same really. Just a slight color variation. So I wouldn't say it's actually worth if you want to dump money in here just to get on a little bit quicker. You can unlock all these things. They don't look that awesome if you think about it really. So you can actually dump real world money in here I would say please don't do it. You'll just be wasting your money if you do that, really. So now I've already told you about the objectives. There's a lot to do. The question is, do you actually want to do it? I told you about the skills that you can. There's a lot to unlock here, but you don't need to actually use these skills. You can unlock them. You don't actually need to use all these skills and abilities to be able to defeat the enemies. You can just bash two buttons the whole time and get quite fine with it. And use your L1, R1, and L1 R1 together to do your special ability. You just need those things, those few buttons. You don't actually need to do any of the other parries and stuff. You don't need to do it, and the blocks and fancy things. I told you about the cosmetics. What I think about this is not actually worth dumping real world money into the challenge card. I'm not inspired to progress further into the game to actually get the cosmetics because they all look like trash, really, honestly. I can't speak about matchmaking. I've only really done that once, and now with the player base dwindling, I don't actually know how long it will take me to find a match. So I've highlighted a few of the problems for you. The combat is fine, you know. I mean, really, if you think about it. But this is what the in game is really. You do this the whole time. There's robots of different colors. They shoot different colors. You do your special ability. I'm just messing it up here to show you. So, okay, that's not charged up. If I want to do Brooklyn Bull Roller, I mean, the stuff is really cool. I mean, but the enemies that you have to use the stuff on is quite uninspiring. I would have actually liked a bit of more variety. You just fight, like you can see here, different kind of robots, different colors, some shield agents. And let me just pause this so I can just focus a bit more. And the mission, the objectives in the missions, that's also another problem I have. And mission variety, that's probably the biggest problem. The biggest thing stopping me from playing this game every day is the mission variety and the enemy variety. And I would actually, even my kids that are 5 years old, they ask me, Dad, you're playing Avengers, where's Thanos? You're playing Avengers, where's Black Panther? Where's Doctor Strange? Where's I can't even think of all the Marvel characters. Where's Groot? I know about licensing and all that, but I mean, it's Marvel's Avengers. I mean, you can't just have this couple of people in here and a promise of Spider-Man coming exclusively, I mean, next year. I mean, do you expect people to wait until next year to get Spider-Man in this game? I think they would have actually benefited from delaying the game at least another 6 months. At least, at minimum. I mean, they've come leaps and bounds with all the patches. There was another patch last night that added these Tachyon rifts, or whatever you want to call it. But you have to be power level 140 to actually do it. But I'm not motivated to get to power level 140 to actually do it. I'm not motivated to do it. Really, they need to do something to this game to actually motivate people that have bought it already, that put the game down or deleted the game, to reinstall it and come back and actually play it. That's the problem. There's not enough to keep me playing. I mean, if they gave me a bit more heroes and they added a bit more mission variety and objective variety, because the problem here is most of the objectives you have to stand in a little circle, you have to stand on a 3 or 4 blocks in the room, one at a time, to actually occupy them, almost like some kind of domination, and enemies are trying to take over those blocks, but basically you are hacking. Do you see if you look at I've watched all the movies, right? Have you ever seen a scene in the movie where they try and hack a computer and all the Avengers have to stand on one little square or rectangle block and defend this computer while Jarvis is hacking? Have you ever seen that happening? You have not seen that happening. You haven't, because it never happened. The another problem here is if you have Captain America, right? This Captain America was his indestructible shield. You have to hit. Where's the enemy here? Let me just go to an enemy. Hulk. Wait. You see what Hulk just did there? That's another problem I have. You have Hulk, right, that can lift up an entire building or can lift up a car, probably with his pinky, and smash it over your head. and he has trouble with these robots. I mean, if I'm this indestructible shield, right? I have to hit you with this thing, and you are a robot. How strong is that robot shield? That force field he's having here. I'm not doing any of the abilities. You actually have to do something. You have to do that to hit him. How many hits does this little robot need from Captain America to do it? I mean, from Hulk. How many hits does this robot? How much can it actually take? Really, how strong is the armor on this robot to take a punch from a Hulk or a punch from Cap? Really? How? That's the thing, man. That's the thing about this game. You don't actually feel. You don't feel like an Avenger playing it. That's a problem. Where you're supposed to feel like an Avenger, like an all-powerful, conquering Avenger, where you can maybe fight some of the villains. You can have Thanos in here, some of these little minions, some of those alien guys. I can't even think about all the names of the villains and the characters you could have added in here at launch already. You could have had people playing. People wouldn't be so disappointed. I mean, that's why I'm disappointed. I don't feel like playing this game really. I don't feel like an Avenger playing it. I just feel like I know I don't even want to name the game called Anthem, but I call it Anthem. This is basically an Anthem. I don't know what they're gonna do about the game. They need to seriously add more mission variety. They have to do something about the gear here. At least let the gear do something to your character. I mean, let it change the shape of his glove or something. I mean, or put a little star on his helmet or something. I mean, come on. This is the Avengers you're talking about. Really, that's what I was expecting. You would, like I've said, big powerful Hulk struggling with a little robot that's the size of his foot, and he has to hit it like 10 times for it to break, for it to shatter. Does that sound like Hulk to you? Doesn't sound very superhero-y. They need to do something to make you feel like a superhero playing this game, and they have to do something about the mission objectives. You can't stand in a little circle or in a few blocks waiting for it to be hacked. That's not very Avenger-y, if that's even a word. But guys, like I said, my final point of view, right now, do not buy this game. If you've bought it already, you were suckered into it just like me. I also paid full price. I bought the game at launch. Do not buy it at launch. Do not buy it now. Let me put it that way. Wait until the Christmas sale, December, January. If you can get this game at half price, by all means, go ahead and do it. Half price or less. Do not pay full price for this game. I never thought I'd make a video where I bash a video game, but unfortunately I had to make this one to maybe save other fans waiting until they get their paycheck at the end of this month to maybe buy this game. Please do not do it. Don't buy this game. Don't buy it yet. If you've dumped any money into this challenge card thing for the characters, I'm sorry if you've done that. I mean, but it's your money, you know. To each his own. But thanks guys, thanks for tuning in. Please, like I say again, don't buy this game yet. It's okay to play once a month, maybe for an hour or two, but I'm not inspired to actually play it. I'm not inspired to actually play the weekly challenges every week. I'm not inspired to play the new maps or new missions, whatever the hell you want to call it, that they released yesterday. I'm not inspired to get my character up to the level where I can actually go and play that stuff and test it out for myself. I'm not inspired to play this game. But thanks for listening to me. Have yourself a good day and a great week, and I'll catch you on the next one.